guys, so last year I've been traveling quite a lot, I think. I've been to England twice, to Bulgaria, to Istanbul, to Morocco, to Scotland, to the Netherlands, to Poland, to South Korea for 6 weeks, and then to Prague. And all of that while I was still going to high school, so I think I did pretty good actually. That's why I get so many questions related to travel, whether I have any tips, and that's just like way too short to answer in a message. And that's why I'm just filming this video finally. I think I've already learned like a little bit, so I kind of want to share like my wisdom with you guys now about how to make travel easy and what to do when you're broke and you're young and like you don't really know how to do all this stuff. The first thing I want to mention before even talking about the whole planning thing, you really have to take the initiative. Like, you can't just keep waiting for stuff to happen and finding excuses not to go to places like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. No, stuff is actually way easier than you think. Second thing, money. Really big factor, I know, and I know probably a lot of you don't just have money laying around that they can spend, but don't believe that it's too expensive for you. Like, there's always really cheap ways you can find to go places. I know in my last video I talked about quitting my job, but I still believe it's a really good thing. Especially when it comes to trips that are like outside Europe, you're definitely going to have to get a job, I'm sorry. I mean, if that's really not possible for you, you can still do like little stuff to earn money, like tutoring or something, or really important, just save up your money. Like, if you get pocket money from your parents, just stop spending that much money. Like, stop buying that many clothes, buying that much makeup. Like, you're gonna have to have priorities, kind of, and I've definitely chosen my priorities, and I've been only shopping secondhand, and like, I barely spend any money on like buying items. Save up your Christmas or birthday money, or just really ask your parents, hey, for Christmas, can I have a flight to England, please? My parents don't really give me much money for my travels. The only thing I get sometimes is like money to buy food and groceries when I'm traveling, so I don't starve when I'm abroad. But even if your budget is not that big, there's a lot of ways to cheap traveling. I think one important thing about that is being flexible. And like, if you're a student, I know there's not really a lot of ways to be flexible in time because you only have a limited amount of time, but what you can be flexible in is the destination. Like, literally what I do sometimes is I go on the Ryanair website and I check every destination that they're going from my airport at this time. And that's like really the only reason that I went to Bulgaria for, only because the flights were so cheap. And that's like the reason most people went there, but we all had a really good time there together. And I totally fell in love with a country that I never even really planned on going to. Also, check all means of transportations. Like, don't limit yourself to only flying or only taking the bus or just only one company that you're checking. Like, compare everything you can find on the internet. Like, just take your time. Like, there's one website that I always use, it's called Go Euro. It compares like so much. Also, if I'm using like a comparison website, I try to book it on the actual company's website, because this website might be taking like fees from you or the company. So if you're booking it on the actual website, you can probably get it like a little bit cheaper. Especially when it comes to hostels. Like, I usually use Hostel World to compare stuff, but then I try booking it on the actual hostel website. Sometimes they would say like, if you book through us, you can get 10% off or something, which is nice. When it comes to hostel prices, it really depends on the country, of course. I mean, in England, I always paid like 20 euros a night, which is kind of expensive, I think, now. Like, I usually try to find something between like 10 and 15 euros. But I mean, I'm willing to pay for a good hostel if it's as good as the one in England. But you never know. So what I tried doing is I pick out the hostel that has like the most kind of backpacker vibe and community atmosphere, and sometimes you can tell by the description if they're saying like, oh, we do pub crawls, or like from the pictures, and like make sure there's like a community room or something, because that's going to be important to meet friends. And like, I don't know, you kind of just have to get the right feeling from it. Like, I try finding small hostels and not like the big ones now. Also, if you're like really flexible, you can always just keep it open by maybe only booking 3 nights and then see if you want to stay or go to a different place. Like, I don't know. So what else is there? I mean, I know a lot of people use Airbnb, but I wouldn't do that personally just because it's not very social at all. You could use Workaway. That's where I found my language cafe in Korea. But I would suggest only looking for that if you have like more than 2 weeks, kind of. I mean, some hosts require you to stay long there, and if you're only there for a short time, you do kind of want to see the country. So if you're like working half the day, you're going to lose a lot of time. I've never actually personally tried couch surfing, but I really want to, and I will this year. I mean, you probably know the website. It's like where you sleep at strangers' houses for free, kind of, which is nice. So yeah, you should check that out too if you're brave enough to do that. I always get so many questions on how I make friends while traveling. Like, how do you meet those people? I don't really know, but I can tell you if you're by yourself, it'll be much easier. I think most people I definitely met in the hostels because everybody's just there to meet people, and like, you're not gonna be the only one traveling by yourself. Because it's just so amazing to have like so many different cultures just like crammed into one little room, and like, I love it. So you just have to be open for new people and for small talk, and everything will just roll by itself. I never really go to a place with having a plan because with meeting people, everything is just gonna go really different anyway, and you'll do other cool stuff. So good thing is, chances are if you make friends while traveling, there will probably be foreigners, which will be helpful for your next trip because you can just go and visit them. You can see your friend, save money, and just see a country from a whole different perspective, which is really cool. So it's just really nice having a kind of like network of friends living in other countries that you can like visit, and yeah. But yeah, even if your dream is like going to Australia for a whole year, but you're like kind of scared of going there, maybe just like start with little things first and go to a country that's closer and see how you're doing by yourself. You know, like how you get around, and you can grow more confidence on being on your own, and it'll make stuff much easier. Like, just make baby steps, kind of. I would have never gone to Bulgaria or Istanbul if I didn't go to England first. Like, there's kind of like an order you have to follow sometimes. Yeah, all I'm trying to tell you with this video is that if you're over the age of 18, there's really nothing that's holding you back. Like, it's really not that difficult. It might seem a little bit overwhelming at first, but really all you need to do is book transportation and book a hostel. That's all you have to do, the two things, that's all. And I just love spending time on the internet planning possible future trips. Like, I'm positive that 2019 will also be a really big year when it comes to traveling for me. So yeah, let me know in the comments if this was any helpful and where you're gonna go. So yeah, good luck planning your trip. Bye. See you.